Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Wolverhampton Racecourse here on Friday. It is March the 25th, 2016. We're going to look at races 2 and 3, the 2:25 post time and the 2:55 post time. Before I get onto those races, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections. Like I said, I'm going to handicap the second race, the 2:25, and race number 3, the 2:55. So let's get on to it. Today's second race from Wolverhampton is the Bet 365 handicap. It's a Class 2 handicap going for a purse $73,500. Go 1 mile and 1/8 over the Tapeta all-weather surface. We have 13 horses minus 1, so we have 12 horses into this race. The 13 horse is a non-runner. He was scratched out of this race. So we're down to 12, and it's a very wide open race here. Some very good cards today from Wolverhampton and also Lingfield. But I'm going to do an exact key or a trifecta key, whatever I feel like in the morning. I'm going to key in on the 4 horse, who is Monsterrat, as my top selection. Underneath, going to put the 3-6 for $1 minimum base wager. This should cost you $2. But number 1, Monsterrat at 6-1. Paul Mulleran is in the saddle. Last time out, ran at Doncaster. A lot of these horses have a long layoff. Most of them haven't run since last turf season, but last start was on Doncaster on the 12th of September on a good turf course, 1 mile in the handicap Class 2 event. Finished 7 by 4.5 lengths that day. He was a favorite that day, and he just didn't have that big closing move. He wasn't weakening, but he just didn't have a big move. Then start before that was at Newbury on the 7th of August, 7 furlongs in a handicap Class 4. Won by nose that day. It was a heavy favorite and just won easily. Just to get this horse start, a very easy victory. And then at Goodwood on the July 30th, 7 furlongs in handicap Class 2. Finished second by 1/4 lengths and just failed to reach the winner that day. I really like this horse here. I think this horse will really do well. The biggest question is the layoff with this one, because like I said, a lot of these horses haven't run since last flat season. So I'm going to go with this one. So to recap my bets for the second race, a 2:25 post time from Wolverhampton here on this Good Friday card. I'm going to go with the 4 horse here. I'm going to do an exacta or trifecta key, whatever I feel like it. 4 with the 3-6 for $1 minimum base wager. It should cost you $2. So now let's get on to race number 3 from Wolverhampton here on this Good Friday program. It's the 2:55 post time. It's the Bet365.com handicap Class 2 event here for $73,500. We have a field of 13 horses traveling 1.75 miles over the all-weather Tapeta surface. So we have a few stayers in this race. It's a stayers race, as you guys say. And I'm going to do another exacta or trifecta key, whatever I feel like doing on the day. I'm going to key in on the 6 horse, who is Wordness at 15-1. Going to key that horse on top. Underneath, going to box the 8-9 for $1 minimum base wager. It should cost you $2 either play the trifecta or the the exacta or trifecta, or the tricat, as you say. But number 6, who's Wordness at 15-1. Kathy Gannon is in the saddle. Last time out, ran at Wolverhampton on the 7th of March, 1.5 miles in a Class 2 handicap. He finished 8th that day by 7.25 lengths, and he was just weakening that day. That was the horse's first start since a start at Newmarket on the 10th of October. So give this horse a break. He had a long layoff. Today, this horse will be really rearing to run. Start at Newmarket on the 10th of October, 2.25 miles in a Class 2 handicap. Finished 26th by 28 lengths that day. Out of a field of 34 horses, so he beat a few horses that day. He was just easing under the wire. I think it was a little bit too tough for that horse that day. And then a Wolverhampton Racecourse, course, September the 25th, and a Class 4 handicap, won by length, and really stayed ongoing that day. Really like this horse here. I think the distance is perfect for this one. He proved he could go 1.75 miles back in September. Now up to a Class 2 1.75 miles. That's the big question. Like I said, just throughout the last race, because he had a very long layoff. So just remember that. So going to go with this one. So to recap my bets for today's third race, the 2:55 post time from Wolverhampton Racecourse here on this Good Friday program. I'm going to go with the 6 horse here. I'm going to do an exacta or trifecta key. 6 with the 8-9 for $1 minimum base wager, which should cost you $2. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.